Hello and welcome into Lowcountry Money Talk. We have a lot to talk about. Phil Bloyd is joining us, of course, with Revolutionary Financial Group. Phil, nice to see you.
Good to see you again, Jessa.
Nice suit. I always compliment your clothes.
Thank you.
I love your outfits.
All right.
Okay, now that we got that out of the way, the important stuff.
That was important.
You know what? We lost all our money.
Well, maybe we can find it again.
I hope your clients are doing better than the average. I'm sure that they are. We're going to talk about that because the average isn't looking too good. We're going to talk about some current events. So groceries still high, gas prices still high. We're experiencing lots of shortages. These are the things affecting families. A lot of current events, issues that are really hitting home quite literally.
Yeah.
So what?
Well, that all affects Jessa, the psyche too.
Yeah.
So it's like when I'm listening to some TV shows or something, they're like, "Oh, the economy's great and this and that," and I'm like, "What planet are they living on?"
Yeah.
So we just need to know where we're at. I don't think burying our head in the sand is going to be a good strategy. So measuring how we are and compared to the market. So let's say the S&P index is down year to date, maybe 20% or so. The NASDAQ's down 30% or so. So let's say 25%. So if I do a comparison on my holdings and I am under 25%, then if I wanted that much risk in the market, then I should feel, I don't want to say good because no one likes to be down, but I'm beating market average.
Right. So let me slow that down just a little bit. So you're basically taking the S&P down, which is, like I said, 20-ish. NASDAQ's down, which is 30-ish. And you're taking those as an average of 25% down total. So when you're looking at your own portfolio, if you're only, let's say, 20% down, you're actually beating the market.
Beating the market. Now, you still may have heartburn over that. It depends on your time horizon, how much money you're taking out, all these different things. But if you're going to be invested in the market, you have to have a measurement. And the measurement are going to be the market indices. And if you are beating the market indices, but you're still feeling, heartburn or anxiety, maybe you have too much exposure to the market. So then that's a whole different thing.
Well, and that goes back to what you're talking about mindset-wise. So if you're beating the market, and you're 20% down, technically you're beating the market, and that's good. But if that's not where you feel good, where you want to be, then you're overexposed.
Yeah.
Now, if you're not beating the market, that's a whole nother category, and there's certainly people in that category.
So the market average is 25 between the two indices. You're down 30, you're down 35. Then we really got some issues. We've got to figure what's pulling you down. I think in this particular market, up and down, and my feeling is that we're probably not down all the way, of course, yet. So we've got some ways to go. So if you have too much exposure, we don't really like selling low or whatever. So you may kind of average yourself out of the market, on up days, uptick days.
Yeah.
So maybe you have one position, you have several shares, and you're like, well, I'm going to liquidate 25% of those shares today because the market's up, and I'm going to move them to cash, and I'm going to live to fight another day or something like that.
Okay. Ooh, this is a lot to sort of digest in a way. It's interesting though. This is a really important topic because we are used to. We just came off of experiencing, so much success in the market, and whether or not you were beating the market or you were behind, you're probably still feeling okay about your portfolio.
Yeah, sure.
Now here we're dealing with the the entire reverse situation where we're really having to figure out if where we're headed is the right direction, and certainly people who are in or nearing retirement, this is a little bit of a scary picture.
Sure.
So we have to make sure we unpack this well and head them in the right direction. We're going to head to break in a minute, but there's lots more to talk about. Obviously, the quarter is about to end here, so we're going to be able to talk a little bit about, what we can expect from the corporate earnings that are going to be coming out. We'll know whether or not we are truly in a recession here pretty soon.
Right.
And we'll discuss a little bit more about that when we come back from the break. We'll be right back.